Hello, 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 and welcome to a new video on this channel. I'm gonna be reading another podfic, as you could probably guess, because this is a podfic account. Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry if there are any background noises. I'm at my grandparents' house, so it's a bit louder. And what did I want to say? Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me in the comments that I have to put the links of the original fics into the description, because I would have forgotten otherwise, and that's unfair. So I hope you all enjoy, because today I will be reading Shindeku Ice Cream Date by Obsessed with Cartoons. On archive or our archive of our own. I hope you enjoy, and we'll be starting now. Summary. Midoriya takes his boyfriend to a new hero-themed ice cream shop. Purely a fluffy Shindeku one-shot. Notes. I have so many ships, but Shindeku is so cute, lol. I hope you enjoy. Smiley face. Shinso smiled as he glanced down at his boyfriend next to him. Midoriya always managed to make him happy, and even if all they were doing was getting ice cream, listening to the chatter coming from beside him was enough to keep him entertained. It was funny like that. He hadn't expected to ever fall. He hadn't expected to ever fall Izuku, or anyone for that matter, and yet here he was. Even the rest of their class was surprised, and with being one of the only couples, he thought he would have been turned off by the attention they got from it. And yet Hitoshi had to admire it was kind of nice for everyone to know that Izuku was his. Midoriya stopped his own rambling about what shop they should go to in. Midoriya stopped his own rambling about what shop they should go to in order to glance back up at him. What do you think? Shinso blinked in surprise. What? Midoriya laughed, squeezing his hand. I said, is there one place you want to go to more? Hitoshi shrugged his shoulders. Midoriya pouted at the gesture jokingly, but continued to pull him forward down the sidewalk. All right then, I figured you'd say that, so I think I know where we should go. Is that so? Shinso laughed. His boyfriend looked up at him, a red tint starting to cover his face. Well, yeah, I found this one ice cream shop last night, and you'll see once we get there, but then what was all the stuff you were rambling about just now? A distraction, and I wasn't sure if you already had somewhere else in mind, so... All right, I trust your opinion, don't worry. Izuku beamed back up at him. Hitoshi couldn't stop himself from smiling back. How was it that Midoriya managed to shine so brightly, no matter what they were doing? I'm glad. I think you'll like what I choose anyway. Midoriya smirked again and picked up his pace, nearly causing Hitoshi to fall forward from hanging on to his hand. It didn't take much longer to arrive at the small hero-themed cafe, and when they stepped inside, Shinso could see a counter full of different flavors of ice cream. Midoriya continued leading him along, passing all of the tables throughout the dining area to walk directly to the ice cream counter. The place looked nice, and he couldn't really say he was all that surprised that they had ended up somewhere involving heroes, but it fit them, and Shinso wasn't about to say he wasn't as excited as Midoriya looked. His energetic boyfriend turned to him, then a proud look plastered in his face. He always got like this when he had come up with some surprise for them. It was cute. So, you can pick any flavor you want here, but they're all hero themed. I looked up the flavors and I'll probably get the All Might one. They come up with collectibles too. I'd share with you, but I really want the merch, and I'm assuming you want the one for Mr. Aizawa. Although we can share some, and Shinso removed his hand. Okay, sorry. Shinso removed his hand from Izuku's to throw his arm around his shoulder instead. He pulled him close, somewhat pleased with himself when he saw Izuku's cheeks turning red again. Maybe Hitoshi's cheeks were a bit pink too, but he doubted anyone would notice with the other teen right next to him. It seems great. How long have you been thinking of coming here? For such a trendy place, it seems pretty empty. Well, the cafe's only open for a few weeks, but I figured that if we came after the lunch rush and a few days after the opening, it would be pretty empty, you know? And then we can have more time to enjoy and then we can have more time to enjoy our ice cream. Of course I did. I can't say I'm upset though. You've been busy training on your own lately. I missed you. Really? I mean, I missed you too. Shinzo would have attempted to make flirty comment had it not been for the employee standing awkwardly waiting to take their order. How did Izuku manage to distract him so much? They had already been dating for a few months, and he hadn't expected to still be as smitten as he was. Not that he was against it, not when it came to Izuku, but it was surprising. In the months since they had gotten together, he'd felt happier than he ever had before. Before UA, people had only treated him as some kind of villain, and now he was suddenly studying to be a hero with an amazing boyfriend. It's not like Midori was stuck with him. It was pretty obvious to everyone except him that just about every person in their class had just as a big of crush as Izuku as Hitoshi did. Jesus. He brought it up to Izuku once. Shinzo had asked why he had chosen someone like him, where there were so many people who liked him just as much. Midoriya, of course, was quick to deny anyone else might like him, but he still assured Hitoshi that even if everyone else wanted to date him for some reason, Izuku was already with the person he wanted to be with. He still had trouble believing someone might like him that much, but he trusted Izuku. Hell, he had been wondering lately if he loved Izuku, but that might be too much to say for now. He'd save it for later. The employee behind the counter handed them their desserts then, Izuku having already ordered for Shinzo while he was stuck in thought. They moved to one of the tables in the counter, each taking a seat. Izuku hurried to pull out the small All Might figurine sitting on the top of the ice cream before he took a bite in a hurry. Shinzo did the same for his own. Looked like you got to keep the collectible bowls too. He liked it, but maybe Izuku would want it more. He'd have to ask. I think this is some of the best ice cream I've had in a while. The reviews online were really positive, but I didn't think it would be this good. Izuku took another huge bite. Hitoshi laughed. It's hard to mess up vanilla ice cream with sprinkles, isn't it? You say that, but I've never seen you cook. And besides, who gets black liquor flavor? I know you like it, but I can't even handle the taste. It's good. Here, try some. Hitoshi scooped some of the ice cream into his own spoon, holding it in front of Izuku's mouth. No thanks. What do you want me to feed it to you? That's... There's always other ways to make you try it. You wouldn't dare. Izuku laughed, pushing Shinso's arm away. He smirked and shrugged his shoulders before taking the bite for himself. Maybe not. Still, you sure you don't want to try it if it's limited edition? Izuku paused and looked back down at his. Izuku paused and looked down to Hitoshi's bowl. That is true, he said. All right, you win, but you tried first. Izuku smiled, scooping out some of his own ice cream and moving it towards Shinso. He blinked. He wasn't expecting Izuku to feed him. Are you the flustered one now, Hitoshi? Izuku was still grinning, so Toshi hurriedly took a bite. Sometimes he forgot how smart his boyfriend was, even if he was obvious other times. It's good. Your turn. He didn't give Izuku another chance to escape, as he practically shoved a spoonful of ice cream into his mouth. The other teen's nose crunched up before he reluctantly tried it. Izuku managed to swallow it down, but Hitoshi could tell he was about to gag. Black licorice? Why? I just like it. I take it. Don't. You don't. I need something to drink. This flavor is never gonna leave my mouth. Hitoshi laughed. I'll buy the drinks. It's the least I can do for planning this. You don't have to. I want to. Stay here. I'll be back. Shinso was back in just a couple of minutes with 2 sodas for the both of them. Midoriya quickly chugged his own, obviously attempting to rinse his mouth out in the process. Hitoshi, I swear if I didn't love you... Izuku's hands flew to his mouth in an instant. I really like you is all, really, really like... Hitoshi almost couldn't speak for a moment. Did you mean what you said? It took another few moments for Izuku to gather the courage to respond. Yes, I know it's very soon still, and you don't have to say it back, but... Hitoshi didn't waste another second before he pulled Izuku's face to his own for a kiss. It lasted longer than he thought it would, and he had to lean over the table. But when he pulled away, he glanced into Midoriya's eyes and whispered what he had been thinking all day. I love you too. Izuku stared back at him in shock, and Hitoshi realized right then that he needed to work harder to make his boyfriend know exactly how loved he was, because he didn't want him to ever doubt his worth again. But before he could say anything else, Midoriya yanked him back into another kiss. They stayed like that until they both remembered where they were and blushed. Digging back into their own ice cream balls, they sat down. Still, Hitoshi made sure to grab Izuku's hand underneath the table, Midoriya eagerly squeezing his fingers back. How had he gotten so lucky? He'd spent every day going forward making sure Izuku knew just how much he meant to him. Okie dokie, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed. Since it's school night and I am writing a test paper tomorrow, I'm not sure if this video is gonna be cutted or uncutted, because in the last video I also gave up in like the middle of cutting it. And I'm sorry if there are some background noises, because I get kind of anxious sometimes when recording stuff. So I kind of, needed some distraction. I was like doing this clicky thingy. I hope that wasn't audible. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you enjoyed the podfic. It's of course not my podfic, because I can't write that well. That's kind of sad. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a great night or day or whatever it is. And yeah, bye-bye.